Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. It's been a while since I've done one of these updates. If you somehow don't know, I have a long-standing history of struggling with my relationship with alcohol. And in early August of 2024, that relationship struggle came to a head, for lack of a better way of saying it. And I made the decision to make a significant change in my life, which was that alcohol was not going to get to be a part of it anymore. I've realized that if this isn't something that you can do in a responsible manner, this isn't something you should do. And for the first while, I was doing frequent, in fact, updates on how it was going. And then on April 28th of this past year, after 8.5 months of doing really good, I took a stumble. I had a glitch. But since then, I am now back to 6 months without an alcoholic beverage. And I thought it was about time that we talked about it again. Because a lot of people found this channel from that declaration video and appreciate me talking candidly about that part of my life and that portion of my journey in this world. So we're going to do that today. I don't know what I'm going to say, because honestly, there isn't that much to say. I probably will once again touch on happiness and what that really means, to me at least. So, stick around. I'm at month 6 again. Go month 6, the 2nd. Come on, let's have a chat. So the first thing that I want to do, as always, is say thank you very much to those of you who care and express that and show support and are kind to other human beings, I guess. It means a lot that you are kind to me, and I appreciate that you are kind to each other. The second thing that I want to say is to acknowledge that this is not an easy thing to do. Especially when you make something like a chemical substance a part of your identity, in a way, as part of who you are. An addictive chemical substance tied to your identity is a very, very hard thing to break. And don't think that because I did it, or you saw other people do it, or the way that they did it is right or wrong. It's not. There's no right or wrong way to make your way through this world in any capacity, let alone making a change like this. So if you are struggling with this, just know that it is hard and there is not a right or wrong way to go about it. And don't listen to people who tell you that there is, because they're lying. The third thing that I want to say is that for me, it has gotten easier. I don't think about it anywhere near as much as I did. That blip that I had 6 months ago, I think I needed to have, because I had hit a point where the difficulty in resisting the pull was really weighing on me emotionally. The weight of it, the emotional weight of that pull was such that it was preventing me from being productive with my time in some ways, because I was spending so much time and effort fighting that desire to go get the booze and drink it. It was pulling focus from where it needed to be. And so my succumbing to that for a night sort of allowed that release of that tension of the fighting that desire. And this last 6 months, I haven't even really thought about it at all, other than when it comes up in conversation with people about how I'm not drinking. There's never been a desire for me to turn the steering wheel as I'm driving by the liquor store. I've never thought about grabbing a few on my way home from work. It's all but gone. I do think about it, but I think about it in a way that is nostalgic, I suppose, in a way. I think about how I used to want to, not how I want to and have to stop myself from, if that makes sense. And the last thing that I want to talk about is this idea of happiness, because it keeps coming up over and over and over again. Are you happier now that you don't drink? Doesn't it make you so much happier to not be spending money on booze or not being hungover? Like, the idea of happiness keeps coming up, and I have addressed it a few times in a few different ways. But I just want to say that booze was not making you unhappy. It is not. If you are struggling with it, it's not the alcohol that's making you unhappy. The alcohol is what you are using to mask your unhappiness or cope with your unhappiness. So if you got rid of the alcohol, the cause of your unhappiness would still be there. And so for me, I do miss the fake joy of getting right hammered up and having a good old time. But I don't miss unproductive Mike, and I don't miss the unhappiness that came following the happiness of drinking. I'm not willing to create that fake happiness using alcohol, because I know A, that it's fake, and B, that it creates unhappiness in the long run, even in the medium run. And so in terms of happiness, the thing that I am focusing on these days is not what can I do to be happier, but what can I avoid that causes unhappiness? So instead of it being an additive kind of thing, what can I add to my life that will make me happier? I'm looking at things in terms of what can I remove from my life that brings unhappiness with it. And so for me, that's not going places or being in situations around people that suck my energy. I am limiting the things that don't bring me joy. That's the simplest way to say it. If something brings negativity into my life, I am eliminating it. And so I find that is a better approach than trying to bring in more positivity, is to eliminate the negativity. And so for me, that's spending less time scrolling on my phone. The happiest days that I have these days are the ones where I spend the least amount of time staring at my phone. You eliminate the negativity, and it will naturally get refilled with positivity. That's how I'm going about it right now, anyway. And I hope that in some way, in any way that it's helpful for you, you can take that for what you will. That's all I have to say. It's the 6 months again today, October 28th. And we'll see if I make another 6 months to get a full year this time. I made it about 8.5 last time, 8.5 months. But this 6 month mark, I feel a lot better than I did at the last 6 month mark. So we'll see. We'll see. Who knows what the future holds? Every day is a new adventure. Keep on keeping on. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Be kind to each other, and we'll see you again soon. All right? Bye for now. Thanks for coming. Thanks for caring. All right. Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. It's been a while since I've done one of these ones. In fact, it's been 6 months, I think, since I've done one of these ones. For those of you who don't know somehow, I have a long-standing feud. A long-standing, it's a weird way to say it. Me and alcohol have a thing. Put 'em up, Dukes, kind of. Hey, everybody. Put 'em up. You and me, booze. How long does it take to dump a dumpster in the truck? Do the dumping of the dumpster, please. And then drive away so I can do my thing. If you somehow don't know, about a year and a half, no, it wasn't a year and a half ago. Figure out how long ago it was if that's how you're going to do the video. Is the truck still seriously? Where did he go that he's now back? And what does he need to do still? Come on. There aren't any more dumpsters, yo. Where do you think you're going to find these more dumpsters? Because I do get a lot of questions about it. A lot of the people who come here and watch this channel are interested in that part of my life, and that it does not need to sound like that. It is unnecessarily sounds like that. It doesn't make you cool. It doesn't. Makes you the opposite of cool. Makes you shit is what it makes you. I don't know where I left off.